Hey guys, hi. My name is Parag and I make videos on SQL tutorials. Some of you guys might have watched me or might have not watched me. So yeah, I make tutorials on SQL and solve questions live. So it is better for you to understand how I solve questions and you have understanding of what actually I think when I'm trying to solve a question, okay? And I'm making a video after a long while, I would say, but no worries. We're back with this, making videos. So let's go ahead and watch the video. Today's question. So today's question covers of topics of particularly rank functions. So rank functions are very important, particularly when you are using most of the interviews, a lot of questions can be solved simply by using rank. So that's one of the reason I wanted to make a video on it. So let me go ahead and share my screen so you can actually understand what I want to show. So let me share the screen. I hope it is visible. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. Okay, what the question says. Okay, so this is the question, and it's asking is that write a query to find the top two most productive days of the individuals. Okay, who are working. So this is the create table, and this is the insert statement here. Make sure you guys try it out on your own, experiment with it on your own, and for you guys to understand what is the expected output. This is what it looks like. This is the table, okay, which is the inserted one. So if you observe the table, it is saying that we want the first two, the topmost being 8 hours, as you can see here. Here also is 8 hours. So you just want the most top two most productive days. So the concept is okay. Top two productive days are the one which you have to work the highest hours. Okay, so for the top 2 days. Okay, so that's the logic. Okay, so as you know, if you don't know about this, okay, spend at least 15 minutes, not more than that, okay, trying to solve this question, okay. Come up with ideas, okay, and how you might want to approach this question. You already know you have to use a rank function in it, and just think about how you're going to do it. Write it down on a piece of paper. What is the approach and what is the direction you might want to take. Pause this video right now and try it out and then come back and I'll tell the solution. So let's see the question. Okay. The question says that we want so whenever the question comes in the top two most productive days, okay, I'm very much in my head, I'm very clear that it has to be something related to ranking. It's very simple. Okay. When they ask something to be like top one, top three, top four, whatever it might be, we have to use a rank function in here. Okay. So let me go ahead and start by solving this question. Let me just why is this my mouse not working? Something wrong with it? But okay. Let me see. Select everything from worklog. So this is the, table that we have. Let me just run it. Let me just see why it is not working. Okay. Yeah. So okay, so let's do this. Okay. So rank, so let me see. So we have this table that we have, okay, and what I'm gonna do here is that rank. And so this is something, a syntax which you should remember. There is no learning in here, okay. So yeah, so rank we have done here, okay, and let me write down. So this is where the main logic comes here, which is the over part, okay. So over is basically a syntax that you remember. Now, what I want to be done is that I want the ranking to not to be just done like whichever. So for example, this is usually over has something like this: order by hours worked, hours worked. Okay. But the problem with this approach is that, for example, if I run this, okay, let me just run this, okay, and see what it becomes, okay. So the ranking has happened, but the ranking has happened here. Let me just put here as RNK. Um, yes, the ranking has happened here, but we want the ranking to happen not just randomly. We want the ranking to happen for each employee ID. So this is where the wrong is happening, right? So to solve this question, there is a thing called as partition by here. So what we want is basically that we don't want ranking to be just randomly done for whichever is the highest rank. No, we don't want it to be like that. So you want to be ranked by partition by employee ID. So that's where the concept of partition comes here. And here we want it to be ranked by what? DSC. Why? I'm using DSC simply because it means that descending. Okay, so I want it to be ranked each employee, but in a scenario where it is highest rank. In a scenario where it is wherever it is highest. Okay, and another thing that I want to do here is that, okay, I want it to be another ordered by the work date. So for example, if the what I'm trying to do here is that if the work date is similar, I want the smaller work date to be ahead of it. So this is what will happen here. I'll show you. Yes. So what I've done here basically is that if you observe what has happened here is what does this do? Partition by simply says that I want the ranking to be happen in particular groups only. So this is happening here. And what is order by says hours by descending. So we want the hours to be ranked by the highest hours. Okay. And if the hours are similar, what it does is that it wants that work date, which is to be the smallest work date, to be put ahead. So in here, if you observe 8 hours, but 2 is ahead of this, okay? 6 is a 2 is ahead of it. So this is the logic in here, okay? In here, if you observe, 2 is ahead of 3, but because it is might be smaller, but the hours worked off is higher than 3. So that's the reason we are doing. Now, this is done. Okay. Now the entire question is main logic is over. Now you should be able to like tell me like what is the approach gonna be to solve this final question. So you're going to do something, select everything from CTE, and what are we doing? What do we want? So we basically are saying that, okay, what do I need? Okay, I need where RNK is less than or equals to 2. Why am I saying 2? Because they said that we want the top 2 most productive days only. They don't want everything. So we have to filter it out. Let me just end this thing. So yeah. So let me just end with employee ID, work date, okay, and hours worked. So this is what we wanted, and this is what we're getting. Simple as that. Okay. So this is the output which is this wanted, and this is what we're getting. Okay. Same question, same solution that we are getting. Okay. So this is a very good logic in here to understand particularly rank function, because rank function is a very strong concept, I would say, particularly in in SQL. So make sure you guys I hope you guys like enjoyed this video. Okay, so we're aiming for 5 likes for this video. If it really helps my channel grow and keeps me motivated. Okay, otherwise my motivation dips at times, but no worries. Okay, I'll keep making these videos, try to put out 2 videos a week because I sometimes get quite busy with my work. So yeah, till then, thank you very much, have a good day, take care, bye.